Guess what, you guys? It is planting season and I am so ready for it. Yes! Hey garden family, welcome back to KellyNo Garden. My name is Kelly and this is Dino. We live in Southeast Michigan in the Zone 6B. Yes, I went to the nursery yesterday. I went to Lowe's and Drew's in East Point. Drew's sits off of Gratiot between Stephen and 10 Mile. It's between 10 Mile and 9 Mile if you're from this area. And I went to the Lowe's in Harper Woods as well as Clinton Township because I was checking out to see if I could find some more plant deals like I did at the Lowe's in Clinton Township. And guess what? You see these hostas in front of me? They had them in clearance. The beginning of this week we had a freeze. It was a hard freeze and they didn't cover the plants. When they don't cover the plants, they put it on a discount. What I did as soon as I got home, I watered them first because it was dry, the hostas was. And I fertilized it with Monorganite. I use Monorganite as well as Miracle Grow in the yard. I start off with Monorganite first and then every 2 weeks come out and water it with Miracle Grow. And guess what, how much this plant was originally cost and how much I got it for. The hosta was originally $19.48 and when I went to the register it was $9.24. That's a deal. And you see how pretty this hosta is going to be. I'm putting hostas on the side of the house. It's a part shade. It's a perennial. And it's Shadow Lane Hudson Bay. And on the back it gives you the instruction how to take care of the hosta. So this is what happens here in Michigan when you put out hostas and plants early. They end up getting fried from the cold. So the couple of leaves was cold. I put in more Monorganite last night and water it. See the leaves is fried. You see the shoot is coming up too. Right here. The shoot is coming up. What I would do is get rid of this leaf, like break it to the base. Just to clean it up. Because it's no good. It's just a dead leaf. And then what I'll do is spray it with neem oil. And clear these leaves too. That was damaged. The next step I will do is spray the leaf with neem oil so the slugs don't get to it, and also put some slugs bait down here so it don't get to it. And also check and see and make sure there's no insect infection, or however you say it, insects going on in this container, because I would not want to put it into the landscape if it has a lot of insects and stuff going on with it. I'm done with this one. Also, what we purchased at Lowe's is this coral bell. I love coral bells. And this was the only one that they have that was 50% off. So the original price was $18.98. And we got it for $7.24. When you see the black line mark across the barcode, is discounted. They will have it on like a discounted flat tray. When they have the black line, it's discount. The reason why it was discount because it was left out in the cold. As you can see, it did have flowers that shoot up. But what I will do is follow this all the way down and break it with my hand, or you know, this is a little tough. Oh, okay, there you go. Break it with my hand and clean it up, because you see they got like new leaf shoots coming. You clean this plant up. The wind is blowing this morning. It's a nice pretty morning. The temperature is in the like mid-50s. So what I'll do is clean this up, break the plant down to the base, clean all this the leaves up that's damaged, so the new growth have room to grow and take over the plant. After cleaning up the coral bed, this is what I have left. You want to make sure you get rid of all of the leaves that are fried, that's done, that's damaged, and you want to be left with all the healthy leaves. Also, you can see new flower shoots coming in. What you see at the bottom is Monorganite that I put down here. Like I said, Monorganite is a slow release fertilizer that I use for the lawn as well as the garden, and also use Miracle Grow in the yard. So this is what I have left of this plant. What we have in front of you is the Tiny Ink Asiatic, I might be pronouncing that wrong, Lily. It's the perennial, it's like full to part sun. Let me show you the plant tag. And like I said, when you see the black marker on the barcode, that means it's 50% off. And I got this for $648. So this is how it looks when it's fully bloomed. And it still have a couple more shoots that needs to bloom. But what was wrong with this one, they didn't water it. And also it was out in the cold. As you can see, there's some leaf damage. I'm gonna make sure there's no bug infestation going on before I plant it in the garden. You want to leave the leaves on this plant intact. What the leaves do is absorb the sun energy. It stores into the bulbs for next year growth. You will have more flowers year after year after year. Make sure you don't get rid of the leaves or cut it all the way to the ground. It needs that sun energy to make bigger and better blooms next year. So if you see like a leaf like this, oh, the shadow is hard. If you see the leaves like this, what I'll do is break it at the base. Just like clean all this up. And like, since this is finished blooming, I would just break that off. And then also too, like, sometimes when you brush across this, it's a lot of pollen that will be on your clothes and the stain. Cleaning times a pain. So what I do is just break it off. Or you can leave it for the bees, or just break it off. That way it won't stain your clothes. And plus also it will just focus on the plant itself. Also, I had some new shoots coming up. So that's why I pick out this plant. It was on sale for $6.48. I stopped by Drew's to pick out my annuals for the flower bed and the pots up front. This is, I'm not going to pronounce it because I might jack the name up like I did with the lilies. This Silver Falls, it like part shade. When I first moved into the house, the porch used to get 100% sun, and when the tree finally grew, now it's part shade. This will be going into a urn that's on my porch. It's a concrete urn that I have, and I purchased it from Lowe's. I paid $3.99 for it. Can't wait to see how it looks. Also, I purchased some petunias from Drew's, and the petunias are $5.99. And this is the color. I just like this deep purple, violent color. It's so pretty. I can't wait to pair it with the Silver Falls. Just imagine it when it's in the pot. This is how it's going to look. This is going to be the spiller and the thriller. The thriller fell down. The thriller. This is so cute. I have over here our impatiens. And this is dianthus. That will be going in the pots up front. Let me pull the plant tag. Diane, this is called Diane Blueberry. Sun to part sun. The height is 8 to 10. And on the back it got how to take care of it. What drew me to this one was this flower. That's so cute. And I haven't done impatiens in a few years. This year I said, let me get back to doing impatiens. Okay, you guys, we are in front of my house. I have 2 urns in front of the house.
I purchased the urns from Home Depot 12 years ago. I will add more pots up here later on this week. My main focus is the 2 pots that's up front. Start off with the petunias, the silver falls, and an impatient in both pots. Only gonna do like 3 of them in each pot. Sometimes I usually stuff it, but this year I'm practicing less is more. Before I add the flowers to the pot, I need to clean it out, have the dirt from last year, and I know it's a lot of roots in it. What you need for this project is some potting mix, any kind of potting mix. Miracle Grow is on sale at Lowe's 2 for $14. You'll need some fertilizer in any kind. I'm using Monrovia fertilizer And I'm also spraying the Repel All onto the pots as well as the dirt. Past few years, the squirrel has been going inside my pot, tearing it up, looking for bulbs, but there don't be no bulbs in there for them to eat. Spraying the Repel All onto the pot as well as the dirt. I removed the old soil from the pot and put in fresh potting mix. What you have in the back is the petunia. That's going to be a thriller. This is going to be a filler. And this is going to be a spiller. And also, you don't want to put a lot of dirt in here, because if you put it all the way up to the top, it'll be too much dirt. You will have to remove it to plant the plants in. The first pot is done. This is how it looks. We got the thriller, the spiller, and the filler. What I can do is add a spike plant in the middle. The middle is open. May go back up there and grab a spike plant from Drew's. Let me go around the front so you guys can see how it looks. This is how it looks from the front. Yeah, I will add a plant in the middle so it could be taller than the petunia. I'll go to Drew's later and add it. I was trying to be simple this year. 3 and out, I see, can't do it. This is how it looks from the top. So you see I left the middle open for the spike plant. I'll go up to Drew's later to get it because I know it's packed now, because everybody was there this morning. What I have is the Repel All. So what I'm gonna do is just spray around the pot area so the squirrels quit digging in my pots. What I sprayed on my pots in the front is Repel All. This year the squirrels been eating my bulbs and digging in the pots up front. I would like to hear you guys how you keep the squirrels out the pots. I will be adding wood chip in the pot as well. Besides the moisture, they say if you add wood chips in the flower beds or pots on top, deter the squirrel from digging. Repel All is an animal repellent. I got the spray kind. They do have the pellet where you just drop it on the ground. I have a lot of plants I need to spray this on. It keeps the rabbits away as well. I have some peonies, some pink peonies that's blooming to the side. Last year, I don't know what got to hold of them. They ate all the flowers and I was pretty pissed off. On the back of the pill bottle, it gives you instructions how to use it. I always read the instructions first before I used it. It's pet friendly. You know Dino, he loves to sniff. That's he right there. He was trying to sniff the bottle, but I didn't let him because I don't want him to get like a bad reaction
from it. Spraying all in the front. Back here, just putting down wood chips because I don't want this guy to get sick. Dino, do you have anything to say to your fans? Subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like the video. Comment down below if you have any questions. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.